Roast chicken with a crispy skin and a succulent juicy meat is a recipe that every home cook should be able to master. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a little secret recipe of mine that's going to take the classic roast chicken up a notch. First up, I'm gonna prepare a beautiful stuffing for the chicken. So I'm gonna start off by sweating down a couple of shallots, which I've already sliced and diced. Just a bit of oil. And just get the pan on a medium-low heat. And then we are gonna go in with around 300 grams of a quality minced beef. Now, we're not trying to cook this beef here. All we want to do is just get some color on it and just season with some salt, some pepper, and around 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder. And just to add a bit of nutty flavor to it, I'm going to add some chopped walnuts, some sliced pistachios, and some almonds. Just mix these all up and just scoop it up and transfer it over onto the pan. And next up, some dried barberies and a drizzle of pomegranate molasses for a bit of an intense sweet and sour flavor. Now, if you can't source pomegranate molasses, what you can replace that with is some good quality balsamic glaze. And finally, just grab a couple of sprigs of thyme and just run your finger down the stem and get some of that beautiful herb in the stuffing as well. Now give it a quick stir, and at this stage I'll just take this off the heat and set it aside, and I'll come back to this in a little while. So I've got some herbs over here, some thyme, some flat leaf parsley, and some basil. Now grab the thyme, just run your fingers down the stem and take these off the woody part. Bunch them all up and just finely chop the herbs. And just into a bowl. And just get a couple of glugs of good quality olive oil. Next, I'm gonna get 2 cloves of garlic, which I'm also going to finely chop as well. And just give them a crush with the flat part of the blade of the knife, and that skin just pops right off. Now, just finely chop the garlic and just scoop this up and transfer it into the bowl as well, and just season with a bit of salt and pepper. Just give it a good mix. And now onto our chicken. Now, I haven't washed this chicken for a few reasons. One, when you wash the chicken, you won't be washing away any of the bacteria that's on it. 2, you run the risk of contaminating all the other parts of your kitchen. And 3, dry skin at the start will give us a really crispy skin at the end. Now, I've got some softened butter here, and I'm just gonna get some of that and just rub it all over the skin. And that's just gonna ensure we get a really nice juicy chicken and a crispy skin at the end. And also, this is just gonna baste the chicken as this cooks. Now, just grab the end of the skin here and just gently run your fingers under the skin. And what you're doing here is just creating a little pocket for that herb mix. So I'm just gonna divide this evenly and just get these under that skin and just run your fingers on that skin and try and spread this evenly and try and cover the whole of the crown. And with the rest of that herb, really just try and get this all over the skin. And now with the rest of that butter under the skin as well. And now it's time to get that stuffing in. So I'm just gonna grab a few cloves of garlic, which I'll get inside that cavity. Get that minced beef into there as well. Just get a bit of butcher's twine and just cross that leg. Go around the legs once, just come back down. And if you turn the chicken over, you can just tie it round the back of it, around the parson's nose. And with any excess twine, simply just cut them off. So all I'm gonna do now is just lay that chicken onto a roasting tray. Now, this roasting tray here has a rag which helps elevate that chicken, which would then allow the hot air to circulate all around the bird and just get it cooked evenly. Now, if your roasting tray doesn't have a rag, what you can do, just cut some vegetables like carrots, celeries, onions, and just get it on that tray and just place the chicken on top. And we're almost now ready to go. So all I'm gonna do is just get this tin foil wrapped all around the bird. And what that's going to do is help this steam as it cooks. Now, I'm gonna get this into the hot oven at 200 degrees for around 45 minutes per kilo, plus an additional 20 minutes. So this weighs around 1.8 kilos, which gives me about an hour and 15 minutes cooking time. Plus the additional 20 minutes, I'm looking at about an hour and 35 minutes, but half an hour before the end of the cooking, I'm just going to remove that foil to get a really nice crispy skin. So I have now got around half an hour left from that 1 hour and 35 minutes of cooking time. So it's time to remove that foil. And at this point, I'm just going to season the bird with a good amount of salt. So we now go back in there for another 30 minutes. So there we have it, our roast chicken, which is looking absolutely incredible, and it smells even better. Now, all I'm gonna do is get this on a serving board along with some vegetables, and it will be the time for that all-important taste test. That skin on the chicken is really nice and crispy, and the meat is really juicy and succulent, and the combination of that stuffing, all the nuts, the meat and the chicken with all those vegetables work out really well, and that's an ideal roast for any occasion. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please make sure you like the video and also share it with your friends and family, and also leave a comment down in the box below letting me know whether you're going to be trying this for yourself, and I'll be leaving the ingredients in the comment box below for you as well. And I guess that's been it for this one. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Until then, please look after yourselves and remember, the secret ingredient is love.